Welcome everybody to the GoNow Gameplan. My name is Sarah Rose Stack, and I am your host tonight. I am the Director of Business Integration with MarketAmericanShop.com, and I'm also a National Supervising Coordinator in the field. So I am absolutely in love with this show. We started it last week. We've got some recurring segments that are coming back each week, and really the goal of this show is to give very simple, actionable items that everybody can do regardless of your unfranchised level, how long you've been building your business, if you're brand new, if you're a veteran, everybody can act on the calls to action that we give at the end of every single Monday night session. So the segments that you can expect to hear are Socially Speaking, which will be a social media tip of the week, as well as a post of the week that you should aim to make on your social media channel. In addition to that, we're having a Shopping Annuity hack of the week. And that shopping annuity hack is going to be focused on the regular monthly spending or quarterly spending or the seasonal spending that comes up in a shopping annuity. And it's going to be all about how to maximize your shopping annuity from that perspective. From there, we switch gears and we talk about we go into Consumer Corner. And that's more going to be geared toward our exclusive products. And again, we're just going to focus on one new product a week. This segment was inspired by Don and Lisa Martin. They do their Monday Fun Day, which they actually continue to do. And you should definitely, join the Maximize Your Shopping Annuity Facebook group and check out what their product of the week is as well. Because honestly, you guys, there are so many exclusive products. We have thousands of products, and they're all incredible. And we just want to shine a light on one a week because at the end of the day, it's baby steps. It's one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And it's definitely, it comes down to whether or not you're going to make that change one step at a time. If you, take the shopping annuity assessment, what happens is there's a lot of exclusive brands that we should and could be using instead of competitor brands. But that list can be a little bit overwhelming. So again, we're just going to focus on one a week. I'm going to teach you about it. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to do live demonstrations. Last week we demoed SOS, spilled some wine on my carpet, got it out. This week we're going to be talking about a new product, and I'll do a different demonstration for you this week. From there, we go into our brain spanking of the week, and that is going to be an article that either comes from JR's blog or it comes from the Unfranchised blog or the Shopping Annuity blog, or even Lauren's World. And we just talk about it. It's a lot like a book club, and there's some questions that we're going to, ask each other. It's a discussion, and it's basically just teaching people what we should be doing with this incredible content that our social media writers put out. And then the GMTSS Roundup. So that's going to be giving you any really big takeaways that happened at any local seminars or big events. So this past weekend was the Southeast Regional Convention, and I have some incredible tips that I grabbed from people that went. I had guests that brought guests to that as well, and it was definitely an event not to miss. So I'm going to share some of the tips in case you weren't able to attend. Maybe you're not in that region, but you still want to know what went on. And then from week to week, we'll have different special guests or different special segments. So tonight's will be a little bit different. Normally I have Ryan here with me, but he is traveling home from doing a local seminar in Singapore. So I am flying solo tonight, but I'm here with all of you, and that's what matters. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get into our very first segment of the evening, which will be Socially Speaking. So again, this segment is going to have two parts to it. Part one is just a simple tip on how to be better on social media, or more effective, I should say. And then we're going to do a call to action for a post to make every single week. So this week's tip of the week for social media is about making quality photos. I can't tell you how many times people go, "Oh, your photos are so great. How do you get them? What apps do you use? What filters do you use?" And you know what the funniest thing is I don't really use any real apps. I don't really use any fancy filter apps. I'm not a photographer by any stretch of the imagination. The only thing that I do is I stick to those three basic things. And I honestly edit my photos within the app that I'm building, that I'm posting to. So for example, on Instagram, if I am uploading an image, I'll just use their crop tool or their adjust tool, or I'll adjust the brightness on my photo or use a filter there. I don't have any fancy tricks or magic potions, but I think that's actually good news because that can be pretty overwhelming for people. They don't really know, like, okay, you know, if people are doing these like very, very complicated approaches to social media, it can be difficult to duplicate, right? So the good news is these are the 3 tips to shoot for. Any non-photographer can master these 3 things, and it will literally take your social media post to the next level. So the first tip is natural light. Whenever you can take a photo in natural light, go for it. There have literally been times where I want to take a picture of a product that I bought or I've used or a shopping annuity post or a family photo or even a selfie, and I literally will wait until the next morning because the light will just be better. Like if you just can wait the 12 hours and not post it and take it in bad dim light or in a weird background, it makes the biggest difference. So if you can get natural light or you can wait for natural light, always try for that. If not, I will tell you the flash is your friend. So a lot of people are afraid of that. Just go ahead and use flash. Light, light, light really makes a big difference. The second big tip is to reduce the clutter or the background stuff. So I can't tell you how many times like we look online and people are sharing their shopping annuity posts and there's just stuff everywhere and it's kind of like a mess and not organized in the background. And the problem is your eye doesn't really know what to look at anymore because there's so many things in the shot that you don't know what to do. So just simply choosing to take pictures where there's not a lot of stuff in the background will take your photo to the next level and increase the quality immediately because the focus of your photo is clear. It's whatever you're taking the photo of versus whatever's in the background. So natural light, reduce the background and the clutter. And then finally, crop and adjust. So if you take a picture and you notice, geez, there's some stuff at the top there that doesn't really need to be there or could be kind of brought down a little bit, just do it. It takes 3 seconds to do it. And again, you don't have to have any fancy applications to make this happen in your favor. All you really have to do is, when you go and post the photo to Facebook or you post your photo to Instagram, it gives you the option to crop and adjust and add light and do things like that right there. So just take 5 extra seconds to do those 3 things and your photo quality will increase. So what I want to do is I want to show you 2 do it this ways versus not that way. Just so you can see like the difference. So what you're seeing on the screen now is the same exact cup with the same exact product. I took both of these photos on my iPhone. I did not use a professional camera. I did not use any special applications. The only difference is the first photo on the left, I had the cup, I had the trim tea out in my hand, and there's a bunch of unopened mail and a drum and some music staff paper in the background. So the picture on the left is really kind of cluttered and not that really exciting. Where on the right, all I did was pick the cup up and move it 8 feet to the right, and I put it in front of a plant that I have on, next to my desk. And I had natural light instead of being in a corner. The other thing that I did is when I posted it, I upped the brightness on the photo. So, obviously the photo on the right is just a lot more relaxing, a lot more calm, a lot more inspiring, and honestly, it's a lot more obvious what the picture is all about. I've got a really cute little mug there. I've got the trim tee, which is clearly the focus of my photo. And so it's really just the difference. Again, same cup, same product. One is in the corner, one is not. One has clutter, one does not. One has no light, one has natural light. And again, no fancy applications. It's just making the decision to take a photo, in a meaningful way. So that's one example for how to really showcase your products really nicely. So the next photo I want to share with you is the classic shopping annuity delivery photo. We all do this photo, right? Where you get it, first of all, it's just exciting to see packages at our doorstep, but the photo on the left is not even that bad. There's some natural light, and I mean, my doorstep could be a little bit cleaner, but it's not that exciting. Like if you see this photo and you're not a shopping annuity member or master member or an unfranchised owner already, nobody really gets that stoked to see pictures of boxes in front of your door, right? So what you want to do instead is you want to inspire, right? So on the right, I took the same exact type of picture. Again, I just brought it inside. I unwrapped some of the things, and the boxes are still in there, so I can kind of tell a story. By the way, I see two boxes. I see one Market America box, and in that box, I had ordered Shopping Annuity BB products, and I ordered like the increased IBV. So I got my K cups. I love Starbucks coffee. I'm not gonna lie, but I buy it through my website, and I also love Mocha Tonics, right? And then also the new MacBook Pro that we just got came in as well. So if I were to post that photo, I would tell a story with it. It's a shopping annuity post, but obviously coffee and Mocha Tonics and MacBooks goes together for inspiration and business building and getting hyped for the week, right? So again, it's just two very basic examples. I actually took all of these photos today in less than a minute. And that just proves to you that it's not time consuming to do it right. It's just a matter of knowing what to do so you get some good shots that are going to work in your favor. Because at the end of the day, the reason we post on social media is not just to be popular and get likes, right? We want to start conversations. So again, the biggest rule of thumb is if you would scroll past it or wouldn't click on it or would not engage with it, neither will your friends or family or your network. And so anytime you post something, make sure that it's something that's exciting, that looks good, and that's going to start a conversation with, the people in your life. Okay, so with that being said, now that we got our little photography lesson for non-photographers, hopefully that was helpful for you. We are going to go through and talk about the post of the week. So this week's post or the call to action is all about inspiring and being inspired. It's all about hashtag goals, right? So what does that mean and how do you do that on social media? So we all know that the basic five includes one of the parts of the basic five includes a section on goals, right? And we have to write out and be very clear about our timeline and our actual goals in terms of our business goals and our personal goals, right? So really what it comes down to is our business goals generally pay for our personal goals or our family goals, right? So obviously that is not necessarily something that you would put on social media, right? It's a little bit too TMI, right? Too much information for Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to, again, tell stories. I've said that a lot last week. I've said it a lot tonight already, but that really is the goal. If you tell stories and ask questions on social media, people will engage with you and they will ask questions and they will comment. And that's the goal, right? You want to set yourself up to have lots and lots of conversations and create prospects and business opportunities for yourself. So what we recommend when making your hashtag goals post for the week is to ask yourself, what is your goal and how will you get there? Why are you posting this? To start conversations, number one. Number two is this gives your family and friends a way to show their support for you, right? A lot of times in our business or in our industry anyway, it's confusing for our friends and our family. They don't really know how to support us because they maybe are not in a place in their lives where they want to start a business, so they think they can't talk about it. This is a really great way for your friends and family to engage with you and show their support, right? When you share what your goals are, your friends and family will share their love and support for you. And the third thing is just simple accountability. When you put your goals out there and you say it out loud, something happens. It's funny. I made my post today, and here's what it said. Anyway, it's a cute little silly family photo that we had taken on Thanksgiving. I forced Jordan to do this, as you can tell. But anyway, it said Mondays are notorious for thinking about goals. If you're lucky, you get that little burst of inspiration and your drive that pushes you in the direction of your goals. I think that luck is really just stemming from knowing what your goals are, and surprisingly, a lot of people don't even know the answer to that, and B, knowing that you have a way to achieve them. And a surprising number of folks don't have a way for that either. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So my current goals are what? Spend more time with my family, travel somewhere cool with the whole stack crew this summer, devote more time to writing, pay down debt, and enjoy being in the present more. How? Build up a more passive income with the shopping annuity, hit executive supervising coordinator by helping various people achieve their unfranchised levels by September 2018. You need the what and the how. That's when Mondays start to feel good, right? So why did I post that today? Well, I posted that today because Monday generally invokes two types of feelings in people. It either invokes that feeling of go-getter, drive, oh my gosh, ready to crush a new week, and people get excited, or people get that nauseous feeling on Sunday night, and Monday is that feeling of dread of, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to make it. Oh my goodness, like it's only Monday, blah, blah, blah. So I was really speaking to both of those audiences and trying to start conversations. And I get text messages and DMs. Not everybody's going to comment on it. Um, and so starting to talk to two different audiences in that very moment. Um, the other part of that is by posting that goal, I haven't said that to anybody. I haven't said to anybody that I want to hit executive supervising by September. By saying that in front of the world, in front of my fellow franchise owners, in front of my family, my friends, it holds me accountable. It makes me feel like, geez, now I really got to work hard and hit this. I just told everybody I'm going to do it. So there are some personal benefits to sharing your goals on social media, just like there are other benefits to sharing these goals on social media as well. So what I want you guys to do this week is think about what your goals are from a personal perspective and how are you going to share this on social media. Choose a photo or even a quote that speaks to that goal and go ahead and post it to Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you're more comfortable with, or both. And make sure you use the hashtags goals, business goals, make it happen, and shopping annuity. All right, that is your call to action for the week. It's hashtag goals. I personally, everybody asks, when should I post? Honestly, whenever. But I will say that there are added benefits to posting on a Monday, on hump day or Wednesday, or on Friday. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people are waking up on Mondays again going, gosh, I have a whole week. Or on hump day, they're going, yes, I'm almost to the weekend. And on Friday, they're celebrating the weekend, right? So when they get to that point and people are already in that mindset and you're posting about hashtag goals and the shopping annuity and how that's going to, help you achieve your financial and personal goals, you just have another opportunity to connect with somebody in a different way. Because people are just kind of in that mindset, unfortunately. So it's a great way to start conversations, and we highly recommend that you do that this week. Now, from there, I also want to bring everybody's attention to the Instagram and Facebook stories. So again, last week we kind of shared that we are creating these fun templates that people can screenshot and fill out in their own Instagram stories or their Facebook stories. These are taking social media by storm. Stories are a big part of social media today. And so what we recommend is that you screenshot the template. So this week's template is all about goals, right? Staying very consistent. And then we recommend that you post it blank to your story so that people can do the same and they can use the template as well as post a completed version. So if you haven't done the ones from last week, they were hashtag my why. If you go to Market America's Instagram, they have the featured stories, which you can see on the screen right there. The second one is all the templates, and you can get access to any of the ones that we've uploaded in the past, and all of the ones that we upload in the future will also be available for you to screenshot and use at your convenience there. So with that being said, I do want to show you how easy it is. It's really not difficult to do. But again, if you go to Market America's Instagram, which again, if you're not following them, you definitely need to do that at Market America. Here's what it looks like. So by the way, no thumb, you see the Market America at the top left. If you put your thumb down, it actually makes the Market America name go away so you can screenshot a nice clean one. And then there you have it. So what I did was, here it is, my filled out one. My filled out one is, can you see it? Right there. All right, cool. So make sure you guys do that. And by the way, you don't only have to do those in your stories. I saw Valerie Martin from Connecticut today. Her and her husband are just amazing, by the way. But she actually posted hers right to her Facebook. So she posted her hashtag my why template right to Facebook, and she just said, "Well, what do you guys think?" And it's great. Lots of people were engaging and answering the questions, and it was all questions about if you could live anywhere, be anything, or vacation anywhere, where would those places or things be? And people were answering, or, instead of putting it in their stories, they were just answering in the comments. So you can really choose to use these templates any way that you want. Okay, so we're going to switch gears right now, and we are going to go into our shopping annuity hacks segment of tonight's meet on session. Okay, so tonight shopping annuity hack is going to be dedicated to a seasonal or an annual spend. Um, so it's springtime, and we're actually going to talk a lot about just general spring stuff next week. But what we have coming up on May 13th is a very important holiday. It's Mother's Day. And a lot of people are going to be spending money to celebrate Mother's Day. I know I will be spending money on my mother, my mother-in-law, my grandmother, my Mama Belle, like the people that have had motherly advice and figures in my life. I'm going to be celebrating all the moms, that I love and know, and I think Ryan might celebrate me as well. We'll see. So we are going to talk a little bit about what is the best way to um, fund your shopping annuity this Mother's Day. And the first thing that comes to mind is that you have to be prepared. So the biggest way that people lose out on funding their shopping annuity is honestly lack of preparation and lack of a good idea. And so when you fill out your assessment and it's asking you about all of the different lifestyle events or monthly or seasonal things that you spend money on, that's great. You've identified that spending, but are you actually converting that spending into earning? So while the average family might have $18,750 per year or more that they could redirect to shop.com, does that money actually get redirected? And so again, it comes down to having a catch net, making sure that you're prepared, that you're ready to go. And so tonight, by the way, the best part about tonight is like all of the things that you think your mom wants are not the things that you think your mom wants. So we actually conducted polls this week to see what people were actually wanting, and then and some of the best deals. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it over. So, I don't know, I think it was like, oh, it says right there on April 19th. So, like last Tuesday or Wednesday, I just asked people straight up, what are your favorite gifts in stores for Mother's Day? And there were some really great responses. I loved Leah Welsh. She said flowers fast, 8% IBV. And by the way, 10% cash back on that. And it's just so funny because I asked that question, and when I think about flowers on Mother's Day, I always think of the obvious stores, like the ones that get all the big branding, the 1-800-Flowers, the Pro Flowers. They're great providers. But Flowers Fast is a partner store on shop.com that offers significantly more IBV and cash back. Didn't even know about that. Jennifer with personalization, and actually Donna had the same idea with the personalization, with things remembered. So, that's just putting thought into the gift and making it, memorable and personalized for your mom. And Virginia actually had the same type of idea. She likes to make things for her mother, or get homemade things, right, along with homemade flowers. So she was saying Michael's became a partner store, so that was really great. Teresa, same thing with the personalization mall. Groupon Spa Day. Sally was on to something, and honestly, so was Dana. Dana with the a day and a nap and a little bit of relaxation. So with that being said, the overall conversation was pretty much flowers, personalized gifts, relaxation, creativity, and a couple of treats. So just if you're looking to buy something, if you go to shop.com, at the top right-hand corner of shop.com, there's a little thing that says something like show mom's love. And if you click on that, it's going to give you gift recommendations. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a little thing called buying guides for Mother's Day. So if you are going to treat mom with things like a fragrance or a watch or toys or jewelry or whatever type of thing, there are buying guides that help you to make those decisions. And sometimes that's what we want. Like, you don't want just any watch. You want, there's questions like what kind of a face do you want? What kind of a band? What kind of a movement do you want? There's all kinds of questions. So I just wanted to, before I got into the meat and potatoes of this recommendation, just let everybody know that although we're going to focus more on the relaxation, the brunches, the experiences, if you are looking to purchase a physical product, shop.com makes making that decision very, very easy. You just have to click on that section. So with that being said, we did go ahead and host an official poll. And I said, hey moms, what do you love getting most for Mother's Day? And by far, the the biggest requested thing from moms on Mother's Day was relaxation. And coming up close behind was brunch or dinner dates, experiences like concerts, games, shows, doing things together, spending time with the family. That kind of means, right? Massage and spa days kind of goes along with relaxation. So I just found that really interesting, right? I think everybody thinks mom just wants like a new jewelry or wants the Mother's Day necklace or this or that. But in reality, based on our polls, people were actually more into relaxation and spending time together and doing meaningful things, making memories. So with that being said, I actually put together my favorite stores and products that fall underneath each of these. So if you're looking to treat mom, keeping in mind what most moms have voted on, if they were more into time, things like brunch, dinner, or experiences together, I wanted to bring everybody's attention to restaurant.com because it's 20% cash back and 3% IBV. And by the way, when you buy gift certificates through restaurant.com, you're also getting discounted ones. So the one I found on here, I'm not having a hard time reading the exact amount, but it was like a ridiculous like deal. It was like $10 for a $25 gift certificate, and you could buy up to 4 of them. So essentially, you could get a $100 gift certificate to a local restaurant for 40 bucks and earn 20% cash back and earn 3% IBV. And by the way, that's something that mom really wants, right? Mom really wants to go out to eat for brunch, dinner, lunch, or whatever. Also on there, on that same token, was the e-gift card center, right, on shop.com. 8% cash back and 7% IBV. So you're getting way more IBV for that. And you can easily purchase a gift card and go to a restaurant using that gift card while funding your shopping annuity. Shop local is also a really great option. There's plenty of local restaurants and places that you could visit and spend time together. And they are anywhere, I mean, really, they go up to upwards of 10% cash back and even more percent IBV. But the one that I found that I would use was 5 and 1. And then I also found some other experiences or things to do together with mom on Mother's Day. If you want to go see a movie, don't just go to the movie theater. Buy your tickets on Fandango first through your website and get a little bit of IBV for that. If you're going to a sporting event or a theatrical performance or a concert, SeatGeek was the partner store that most people are familiar with. 2% cash back, 2% IBV. But Purchase Ticks had 6% cash back and 3% IBV. So, if you want to start there and see if you can find your tickets, you can get, a little bit more cash back and more IBV. And again, mom voted she wanted brunch, dinner, and experiences. So these are ways that you can provide that for mom on Mother's Day and celebrate her and spend time together and make some great memories. On the right-hand side are my top picks for relaxation. So by the way, that's what I want. So if anybody sees Ryan Stack, I want the relaxation column. But there's a lot of options on here. Shop local is not just restaurants. I searched massage and I found 3 options locally for myself, up to 10% cash back. And also there's IBV offered on some of those, right? So if you're looking to give mom a massage, just search, massage in your zip code or and you'll find some options nearby. The other option here is essential oils. And by the way, that's our product of the week as well. I'm going to give you some fun demonstrations on that. But the essential oils by Royal Spa that we have are incredible. I'm going to talk more about those, but just keep in mind it's product code 499. You get 50 BV for that. And if by the way, if your friends and family want to buy it through you on shop.com, they also get 2% cash back for that as well. You'll also want to look into getting mom a diffuser. The reason why is because diffusing essential oils is a really great way to relax. And again, I'll talk more about that. But if you just go on franchise and you search essential oils, the Royal Spa Essential Oils Kit, a diffuser at 58% off, 1% IB, excuse me, it's not 1%, yeah, 1% IBB and also cash back comes up right away along with the coconut oil. And you're going to need those things because um, I'm going to show you how to get them and how to use them. But those are three really great relaxing things that you can give mom. And again, that was the #1 voted on thing for Mother's Day was relaxation. So why not do an essential oils gift for your mom or for your grandmother or the mothers in your life? Another one on there, I put it on there because Leah recommended it and just mind blown. Flowers Fast. 10% cash back and 8% IBV. You literally can't go wrong with that. And that's, that will just add to the ambiance, right? And then I also put on their foot massager because if you're looking to do a spa day at home, then a foot massager is a nice fun thing that you can do, and you can, set mom up with the essential oils kit, the diffuser, and foot massager, and just kind of spoil mom at home and let her watch movies or do whatever she wants to do, and so she can have a nice, peaceful, relaxing time at home. So there's different options on there, whether it's shop local, whether it's a home spa day, whatever it is for you. But either way, I just have to say, like, I was kind of like mind blown. I thought it was weird because I was like, I enjoy my Mother's Day brunch because it is just a tradition, right? We go out for brunch every Mother's Day and I enjoy that time. But I also just like don't ever want to do anything after that. I just want to go home and relax and wear sweatpants and watch movies and drink coffee and like you know what I mean? So like these are just I just was like it was actually really reassuring to see that other people want to do that as well. So I hope these recommendations were good for you. It is April 23rd. Mother's Day is May 13th. You've got about 2 to 3 weeks to figure this out. Some of this stuff you can do the day of Mother's Day if you forget, like the gift cards and restaurant.com and things like that. But some of this stuff you might want to take action on a little bit sooner so that you can be ready to go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch gears one more time and we're going to move on to Consumer Corner because speaking of essential oils, right? A lot of people heard about the essential oils. They liked the idea of them, but they didn't know what to do with them. I had some people reach out to me like originally when they first came out and they were like, do they not have like apple pie flavored? And I'm like, no, these are not air fresheners. These are, these are essential oils and they are actually very therapeutic. There's a reason why massage therapists use them, and there's a thing called aromatherapy and things like that, is these can be very, very, very relaxing and have a lot of different benefits. So what I want to do is I want to share with you guys a little bit about the essential oils kit. Looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful package. This is a new one. I also have mine that this one is new. I bought this for somebody as a gift. So you guys can see the packaging is just beautiful, right? You can see the bottles are nicely laid out, and then the different benefits to each of the oils is also clearly marked in the package right at the top. So even if somebody's a first-time essential oils user and they don't really quite know which one to use when, they can say, okay, elevate, uplifting fragrance, encourages a positive mood, and outlook, inspires positive feelings, creates a cheerful environment to combat stressors of the day. Obviously, we can all use that, right? Um, and so let me just go ahead and show you what it looks like on franchise. I'm going to come back to this slide so you guys can check it out. But on franchise, you can see again, it's product code 499. It's 50 BV, and I'm going to show you exactly how I use these and what to do with them because honestly, there's like 5 different ways that most people use these, and I think most people get them and they only use them one of the 5 ways. So I want to teach you 5 different ways you can use them today. Before we do that, let me just show you that. Okay, very good. I'm just going to show you right here the 5 different ways. All right, so the first most popular way to use essential oils is with a diffuser. You can diffuse them into the air, and then this way you're getting it's going right into the atmosphere. You're kind of breathing it in, and you get the benefits of them. This is my diffuser. I'm actually going to Hold on, this is kind of in the way. There we go. Okay, this is what my diffuser looks like. It was like 15 bucks on shop.com. Some diffusers are pricier than others. But again, if you actually go on franchise right now and you search essential oils, not only will the essential oils kit come up, so will options for diffuser. And the one that I found on there, like recommended, was 58% off. So it was only 24 bucks instead of like 60. So it's a really nice one. And on top of that, it's like right there and on franchise, so you can order everything you need in one checkout, which is super helpful. So with that being said, to diffuse oils, it's really simple. I take this apart. So you have this. You add water. So I already had my water poured because I know I was going to show you. So I pour the water in here up to the line, and every diffuser will have its own list of things. So you're going to choose which blend you want, right? So we have several blends of essential oils, right? The first one is Focus, and that is going to encourage clarity, focus, acuteness, clear mental focus, obviously, right? The second one is Balance, and that's a very relaxing aroma. In addition to that, you'll feel a sense of peace, tranquility, calming, internal balance, right? So it's different than the calming one, which is soothing, serenity, comfort. It's actually really great for massage before or after exercise. It says so right on the box, and I've actually used it. I love that one when I do yoga on Sundays. I post my yoga series every Sunday morning, and I always have essential oils going while I'm doing it, and I also use them topically after I'm done with my yoga every Sunday as well. Refresh is one that's more invigorating, right? It's more for energy, vitality, alertness. It's just all about like feeling that, a sense of awake and refreshment. I already said Focus, and then Elevate is good for happy. Like it just makes you feel happy. Positive mood, combat stressors. I already kind of went through that one. So I think right now, since it's evening and I've had a lot of mocha tonics today, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna choose calm. So this is what the oil looks like. I poured my water in my diffuser, and now I'm just gonna open it up. I'm gonna pour about 5 drops because you can do anywhere from 3 to 5. You don't need to do more than that. This is not a situation where if you pour more in it, it's better. It's actually not better. So you definitely want to pay attention to the settings on your diffuser or whatever you're using for that. So I'm going to put, here you go, 5 drops in. And then I put the top on. Okay. There's a little button right here. Ah. And then I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is already diffusing. So those oils are now going into the air. And I always have this like right next to my coffee machine or like on this back little makeup bar right here. And then what happens is it just diffuses in, and like while I'm working or while I'm doing yoga or while I'm doing anything really, I've got that going on in the background, which is really nice. So that is the number one way. The second way that people will use this is topically, like they'll put it directly on their skin. And to do that, this is very, very important. You have to have a base carrier. So Essential Oils by Royal Spa does go ahead and sell coconut oil, and you can't really see it that well. There it is. Coconut oil, you can buy that right on shop.com as well. And so I put in anywhere up, you can put up to 10 drops for every ounce, depending on what you're using it for. But this is, here's what I did. I put mine in a motive jar. I need to get one of those rollers, but I have my little oil right here, and I actually have Focus in here. Because for me, during the middle of my day when I'm trying to like really get through it, instead of having another coffee or instead of doing something that, I don't know, it's just a great way to get focused. So I'll actually put it here, and the number one places or the top places to put this are on your forehead, on your sternum, on your wrist, or on the soles of your feet. So if you go to a yoga class, or by the way, I'm saying yoga a lot because we do love these in yoga, but you don't have to be a yogi to love essential oils or to use them. But one of the best parts about a yoga class is at the end, like Meg will go around the room and she'll put essential oils on everybody's forehead or on their sternum, or sometimes she'll even give foot massage at the end. And it's just like the most relaxing thing, and you just feel the benefits right away because it's absorbed into your skin. And it's just a wonderful thing that you can actually do at home, and you don't have to go to a yoga class to do that. The third way that we have on here is in the bath. So a lot of people have asked this, can I use my essential oils in the bath? The benefits of using it in the bath are great. You get it right, easily absorbed right away, which is really nice. However, don't just pour the water, the oil into the water, because it's not going to dissolve the same way. So we always want to pair our essential oils with some sort of a base carrier. And so what we recommend for baths is to just use Epsom salt. So when you take, again, this fits really nicely in with Mother's Day, doesn't it? Like you could be diffusing this stuff, or part of the spa at home day could be simply like, hey, I bought you some plain Epsom salt and a essential oils kit. You can go have a nice warm bath and have some time to yourself and relax. And then use the foot massager I bought on shop.com and watch a movie or read a book, right? And so anyway, you want to go ahead and pour a few drops into the Epsom salt because it helps it to dissolve into the water a little bit faster. I do want to recommend though that you should not buy scented Epsom salt. So I have plain, but I also have like a lavender one for different types of baths. So you want to go with an unscented Epsom salt. From there, there's aromatherapy massage, which falls right in line with topically. If you've ever gone for a massage professionally, a lot of times the massage therapist will actually use essential oils during the massage to elevate or enhance the massage and give you additional benefits on top of what you would normally get from a massage. And then finally, there are people that even add essential oils to their makeup, to makeup that they already have, or to a custom blend, or to whatever. It's very important to know, though, that you don't want to go crazy. One drop is all you want in a makeup. That's all that people have been using. And so I haven't done that one yet, but I've heard people that have done it, and they really loved it. And again, one drop, and makeup, basically the base of the makeup sort of acts as that base carrier. So the most important thing to keep in mind about your essential oils is that you always have to dilute it when you're using it topically. Never, never, never just go ahead and pour these on yourself. It's not good. I actually, the first time I ever used essential oils was probably like 15 years ago, and it was tea tree oil, and I had purchased it because I heard it was good for acne, and I put it on my skin directly and literally burned my skin. So you definitely want to have a coconut oil if you're going to do that, or use the diffuser, which, by the way, it smells amazing in here right now, and I can feel this working. Like it's so relaxing, it's so beautiful, and honestly, guys, it's a great gift. Everybody loves essential oils, and if you're new to it or you've used them before, you'll love these blends. I think one last thing I want to say about the blends is that a lot of times people, like, I have all kinds of essential oils because I'm an essential oils person, right? I've got lemon, peppermint, eucalyptus, lavender. But what I love about the blends is, instead of me having to figure out like what is the best blend for like improving my mood right now, I don't have to ask that question. I can choose Elevate, and it's the perfect blend. It's a beautiful blend, and I can honestly tell you I love it and that it works. So the blends are really great because it kind of takes the guesswork out of what to use. Okay, so with that being said, I want to just go ahead and bring your attention back to the screen. So on the screen right now is a recap of the 5 ways to use the essential oils. And also at the bottom of that, you'll notice that there is a carousel of other people that are using our essential oils, so that you can see how other people are using them as well. So those are social media posts, people that have that have used our essential oils on Instagram. We found those posts and put them on Franchise so that you can see how people are using them. Below that, on Franchise, is a breakdown of every single blend, what is in each blend, and what each blend is for. So if you do choose to go ahead and go this route for Mother's Day, which I highly recommend because I know this is a gift I would want, and it's a gift your mom would enjoy, and it's a gift that every family should give to it themselves. It's just a really nice vibe to create in your home. There's all the information so you know what and how to use it. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to switch gears again. We are going to move on to the brain spanking of the week. And today's article actually comes from the Unfranchised blog. I believe this one was written by Miss Ashley Purnell, and it's 5 eating habits for a productive workday. So this is a really great article. There's 5 actual tips in the article, and I actually included the link in the promotion for tonight's session, and it will also be in JR's recap as well. But there are 5 really great tips in here. But I want to go through them with you. But I also want to give you guys some questions to ask yourself, so that when you're reading this for yourself, how does that affect your business building? How does this affect your organization, your prospects, and yourself, right? So why does food matter, right? Well, I think we can all agree that people are absolutely living in a very, very fast-paced world. I mean, it's very difficult to keep up sometimes, and everybody's expected to be lightning fast with their responses. And a trend, as it says right in the article, is that people are not even taking real lunch breaks anymore. They're skipping it and doing what they call a working lunch. Once in a while, that's fine, but that's the life that we live. And so when you're going, and I know for me, especially this last week, it was so challenging. It was difficult. I got through it. We managed. I think we kind of killed it this week, but like, Ryan was in Asia all week, and I'm at home. I'm working, during the day. I taught 8 dance classes last week. My younger son, had gymnastics for 4 days, 3 hours per day, and he had dance on Tuesday. And then my older son had 3 lacrosse practices. On top of that, he had a game, and he's on 2 lacrosse teams, so it was very challenging. And by the way, they were on school vacation, so they set up all these like social things for themselves. So food was often a last minute decision for us. And I will tell you, it affected my workday if I didn't plan ahead. If we were just, grabbing fast food, or, kind of living off the coffee, or making decisions without a lot of thought on the fly or on the go, it definitely affected my ability to get through the day and get everything that I needed to get done. And so it wasn't, except for the days that I did plan ahead and we were juicing and we were, having, I actually cooked chicken in advance for the day so we could have chicken ready for chicken salads for lunch every day. Things like that. Those were the moments where I was like, okay, I can get through this, because food is fuel. Um, when you're low on your glucose, it says right here, you have a tough time being creative, analytical, and your attention drifts. I think we can all agree on that. So the article gives you 5 very simple things to keep in mind for productive work days, right? Number 1, fuel right. You want to go for a more balanced light meal during the day. It makes sense. You want to skip the fast food and skip the sugar, avoid the crash, and you want to sustain your brain power. Now, I am not a food expert, but I think that that is fairly obvious, right? So right here in the article, it's giving you recommendations like, okay, healthy snacks, nuts, fruits, protein shakes, maybe a choice bar, right? So if you have business partners that are feeling like, oh gosh, I don't know if I can make it to the UVP, I'm exhausted, or I don't know if I can make it to the, oh, I love that, sweet almond milk options on shop.com. I agree. Or I don't know if I can make it to the basic 5, I'm too tired, I worked all day. I wonder if food is part of that problem, right? Is food, had that person been fueled properly, might they have a little bit more energy to sustain themselves to pursue their dreams and get the education that they need, after work hours, right? Second tip was really good. Careful with coffee. This is a hard one for me. I am a coffee addict. Like, the amount of coffee that I consume, every like 3 months, I have to go through a full-on detox because I start getting migraines if I don't have 4 cups a day. So I know that I can improve here. But it just says, 3 o'clock slump comes around, and coffee or espresso, it just seems like the quick fix. But it's, at the end of the day, it's just like sugar. You're going to experience a crash. So it's recommending that you switch from the coffee to something that's a little bit better for you, like mocha tonics or Turn Up, right? Or B Complex, right? Other products that we have and that we have access to at a franchise cost that we should be using, that are better for our bodies, that are going to help us through that 3 p.m. slump, but at the same time, we're not going to have the crash, right? So there's some really great recommendations for products to get through that. 3, be mindful of hunger. So that basically just says plan for your day. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get hungry at certain parts during the day. there was one day that I like overly scheduled myself, and I just knew I had no breaks. So I literally, I mean, people laugh at me, but I went to I started my day off with a paleo like granola. It's basically nut based instead of granola, so it's less carbohydrate. And then I had a banana and I had some almond milk. I ate that for breakfast every day because I knew I wasn't going to have time to make breakfast every day that week. Actually, Veronica and Vanya were with me, so they saw that. Um, and and that was really helpful, right? And then for lunch, I was very aware of how that was going to happen for myself every day because I knew if I didn't, what was going to happen was, 5 o'clock would roll around and I would be so hungry that I would just, go for the fast food. So you have to be mindful of when you're going to be hungry. Four, take your lunch break. I think this is really important. I so many times people like try to show that they're a warrior, that they're just like, a superhero. Look, I work through lunch every day. I don't take lunch breaks. Well, I don't think that's healthy, right? Like, once in a while you have to work through lunch and that's okay. Like I definitely do that sometimes to stay productive, but at the end of the day, taking a lunch break is really, or taking a break during your day is really a big part of your productivity. I also have on here other things, and I'll just say them now because I think it kind of goes with number four. My other tips for a productive workday is do something else. Before I do this meet on session, what I do is this: I play piano, literally right there in the back corner. I go and I play a little bit of piano because I have to do something else because it gets my brain ready and focused and relaxed and excited to do what I need to do. Sometimes when I'm writing, I have to get up and walk away and do something else because that actually gets your brain power pumping and ready to focus on the task at hand. Exercise. Sometimes it's just a change in surroundings. There's many Mondays where I'm doing my calls at a Starbucks or at a local coffee shop because just by changing up where I am, it makes me more productive. So, take your lunch break. That mental break for your brain is really important to get you through your day. Not just get you through the day, but like keep you optimal, keep you like focused. And then five is stay hydrated. That one's so hard for some people. Drinking enough water can be really tricky, but it's really important because it supports the transport of energy providing nutrients throughout your body. So even a little bit of dehydration can lead to other things like headaches, migraines, exhaustion. That feeling, that 3 p.m. slump that you get could be not that you're hungry, but that you're thirsty. So just keep that in mind. I have a hard time drinking a lot of water, so I drink hot water. And here's what I like to do: is I just put in a slice of grapefruit, um, because I mean I like tea, but I honestly like citrus more. So I always have like hot water with grapefruit in between. Or if I do have a hot tea, I refill it even sometimes with cold water because it makes me drink more of it. You can also choose to eat foods that are high in water. So you wouldn't believe it. Like, gosh, when I wake up in the morning, I juice one cucumber, one stalk of celery, and like a half of a lemon, and it fills up an 8-ounce glass. Just those little bits of food. So some food has a lot of water as well. Anyway, the point is this: being productive during your workday can affect a lot of things. If you're building your business full time and this is what you do, are you actually doing results producing activities? Are you staying focused? Are you staying productive? Sometimes food is the answer to that. And if you're not building your business full time and you have a full time job and you're doing something else, how you fuel yourself throughout the day not only affecting your productivity at work, but how is it affecting your ability to do things after work, which is really when the business gets built. The business gets built after work, right? At the UBPs, at the meetings after the meetings, at the home business presentations, the basic fives, or the local seminars. So staying healthy and staying fueled and optimal in terms of brain power is really, it's critical. It's critical to your success. So I highly recommend that you guys read this article in its entirety and discuss this with your teams because they'll get more out of their local seminars. They'll get more in their night events just by simply, implementing what they have learned in this segment. So check it out. It's on Unfranchised blog. Read it for yourself and share it with your organization. Okay, and switching gears to the final segment of tonight, which is our GMTSS Roundup. So, our GMTSS Roundup tonight is all about the Southeast Regional Convention. We also have some upcoming local seminars that you should take note of, and some other options. So, Southeast Regional Convention. It just happened, and I just have to tell you guys, like, reading the text messages from my guests and reading the posts on social media gave me serious FOMO. Like, I fear of missing out. For those of you that don't know FOMO, I had serious FOMO. I was like, people are learning so much, and I just wanted to be there. But I live, in Massachusetts and not in Florida, so it wasn't an option for me. But I want to read to you a couple of the takeaways that people did, or the very notable things that I found. So the first one was from Joseph Aquino. I read his post and it just touched me in the biggest way because we all struggle as on franchise owners with big people in our organization that will not show up for the dumbest reasons. Like my cat's friend's cat, is feeling a little under the weather and needs me to stay home and feed it at 12 o'clock, so I can't go to the local seminar. Like people will give you the weirdest, most bizarre. I actually know of somebody that was driving down to North Carolina for an international convention and drove for about 9 hours, realized that they did not pack underwear, stopped at an outlet store and was offended by the prices, so they just said, "That's it, I'm going home," and literally went home. People give you the dumbest reasons for not showing up to things, and you're like, you're doing this for yourself. This is your business. But I mean, I can give you a lot of funny stories like that. But anyway, Joseph is not one of those people. I just want to read to you his little testimonial here. It was ridiculous. So nothing could stop us from attending our Southeast Regional Convention this weekend. Nothing. You see, we arrived home last night at 11 p.m. from our mobile HVP in Jacksonville, Florida. I did not go to sleep until around 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Then, then at around 4:30 to 5 a.m., we were awakened by our neighbor's loud voice and heavy pounding on our bedroom wall, yelling, "Your porch is on fire." Sure enough, when I went to check in, our porch was on fire. I immediately filled the biggest pot I could with water and I threw it directly at the base of where the fires was until it was gone. The funny thing was, I don't even remember having a screen door going into our porch, so I went through it. Then the cops and the fire truck and the firemen arrived. What a disaster. Nevertheless, we made it to convention. Whew. I don't know how much it's going to cost me to fix our porch, so I decided to buy my three tickets to international convention for now. I've already bought three while we were in Miami, so I just needed four more to make it 10. Let's go. I mean, like, what do you even say to that? Like, that is like legitimately the best story, the best commitment ever. And people would definitely use that as an excuse not to go. They didn't do that. They would definitely use the fear of not knowing what it's going to cost to repair the porch as a reason not to buy their tickets. They bought them anyway. And I just think kudos to Joseph for that. I wanted to throw him a massive shout out because I was really touched by that and really impressed by it. Luke Smith, some big takeaways from Kevin Buckman. You can't lead without love. I love that. Colin Haskins, if you're Luke Smith of Haskins, if you're not all in, who's going to follow you? Love that. If you're not all in, who's going to follow you? He said of Trinity, time is going to go by whether you build it or not. And what he said of Carl was follow the simple steps. And to me, those were the big takeaways. Those are huge. Simple steps. It's one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. And you have to make the change. The time is going to happen whether you build it or not. And by the way, if you're not all in, who's going to follow you? People are going to do what you do, not what you say. Morgan Parker, she was my guest that went. She's texting me nonstop the whole time. Melanie Nelson is my new favorite person in the entire world. Every time I come to this event, it just reaffirmed that this is what I should be doing. Annie Hutchins, to say this weekend is life-changing was an understatement. I'm blessed to have achieved my second challenge. Oh, my mom is a big part of my reason why. She's my rock. We're ready to build our empire. Sherry Klein, simply the best regional. If you missed it, you missed a lot. Susan Thomas, wish you were here. In 23 years, with hundreds and hundreds of trainings I've been to and done, this regional was absolutely, without a doubt, in the top 10. Thanks to all that worked so hard to create this priceless training. Sierra Fields, this weekend was beyond amazing. I learned so much. If you missed it, You missed everything. I'm on fire and ready to build. Mirna Santos, what an amazing weekend. Fantastic regional. Batteries are recharged. And Rachel Kogan with amazing 2 days. Learn to get out of my comfort zone and do something that challenges me. I'm all in. So I will tell you guys, getting your batteries recharged is definitely a big part of these events. The attitude, the knowledge that comes, the practical advice on how to build this is definitely part of it. But getting the batteries recharged is clearly a huge benefit. If you miss one, it's not. It really can affect the next month of your business building. So you want to make every effort to attend these events. When is your next event, and who is getting there, and how are you getting them to that? So upcoming local seminars, you have Don and Lisa Martin in Phoenix, Arizona, coming up on April 22nd, or excuse me, 28th. Also on that day in Manchester, New Hampshire, you have Pam Torgensen. If you go to beingjrridinger.com, you will also see a list of the upcoming local events, whether it's a UBP, a specialty training, a basic 5, a local seminar, or anything of the sort. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up for you. I know we're going a few minutes over, but I want to just recap everything for you very quickly in just 1 minute. So socially speaking, remember the 3 things that you learned today: lighting, reduce the background, and the clutter, and adjust and crop your photos. Make sure you make your hashtag goals / hashtag make it happen / hashtag shopping annuity post this week. And by the way, if you did the hashtag my why, look for your post on Market America's Instagram this week, because we're going to be featuring them throughout the week. And we were trending for hashtag my why last week, so let's make that happen again with hashtag goals. Use the IG story or the Facebook story, or share it directly on your post. Shopping Annuity Hacks was Mother's Day, so remember the top things that moms ask for are relaxation, dinner, brunch, and experiences. So make sure you're prepared for that. Consumer Corner, all about essential oils. Guys, don't just hear about essential oils and get excited about them. Order them tonight so you don't forget. It's code 499. If you order it tonight, you won't forget. You'll have it for yourself, and order one for mom as well. Brain Spanking of the Week was 5 eating habits for a productive work day. Make sure you read, share, and discuss. GMTSS Roundup, the Southeast Regional, was on fire. You've got the Northern Regional and the Mideast Regional coming up right around the corner. Who are you getting there? How are you going to get your people there so you can leverage those events in your group? And then next week, it was supposed to be this week, but next week we're going to have a special guest, and I'm really excited. I will announce who it is once I have the absolute confirmation from this person, but we will also have an interview with a special guest next week. So with that being said, I'm a few minutes over. I did want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. Again, this is going to be a weekly broadcast. We're going to keep these segments coming, keep it simple, actionable, and hopefully you will use this in conjunction with your accountability groups, things like Jim or Carl or Ryan or the company, or just within your own organization, Heidi, any organization or team stuff that you're doing to stay accountable. There are 3 things that we do as franchise owners to be successful, right? It's sell the business, sell and use the products, and sell education. So everything that you do should fall under those things. And that's exactly what these segments are helping you to do. So keep that in mind, and I hope that you'll join me next week. Okay, I'm looking at all these. Very good. Okay, great. Thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and log off. It looks like Veronica's been helping to answer questions. I will check out the questions, and if there's anything else that I miss, I will reach out to you after that. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week. Make it happen.